Hey, broadcast it on here, bro.
I already broadcasting it.
Okay, my bad. Probably just say yeah, shut your bitch ass.
I gotta mute him. His shit too damn loud.
Yeah, give him
All
a
right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium.
Damn, man, just how joining your shit.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an
Hey,
NFL
bro, I beat this
game,
nigga at
and that was
Madden
in
and
evidence
2K.
a
It's
moment
okay,
ago.
bro.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you
No,
name it.
no, you
This
didn't.
crowd is
No,
ready
you didn't.
as their guys get set to match up
I bet you
between
do.
the
I bet
Cincinnati
you do.
Bengals and the
I
New England
bet you
Patriots.
do. I bet you do.
The first 2 months
Oh,
of the regular
screenshot,
season
man.
down. What will
Nigga,
the
pussy
final two
ass
bring
nigga.
us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just,
Man, you
it
better
just
have all
doesn't
the
feel right,
motherfuckers.
does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I don't know.
Yeah, my bad, Carver. You been trying to talk to me. I've been talking to my sister about some shit.
You ain't shit, Jesus. Shut up, man. You been trying to talk to me the whole time. Damn it.
Man, I was talking to my sister about some shit, man. I don't even know. But goddamn. Yeah, that's what I was talking to her about. She was just saying, you know what I'm saying, keep my head on the right path. Don't be with these dumbass hot niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because if a, yeah, because like if a program come and they see that. Wait, hold on. How the
DT.
fuck did I just heard these niggas talking to me
Out of
this
the
shit.
gun, it's Dalton. Boyd's the
Yeah.
target, and he hands it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because
Yeah,
usually
I hope you're not
it's good
laughing
for a
about
good
my
chunk of
situation,
yardage,
bro.
as we
This
just
some
saw
real
there.
shit,
Those
bro.
guys like it, right? They can get the
No,
ball
man. I'm
with a
not
full
laughing
head
at
of
your
steam.
situation. I'm
Especially
talking about
against man.
DT.
This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, Michel. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Holt. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Gronkowski, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and 2 for Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Holt. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw on third down. Holt. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first and 10, Holt. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I remember that now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now White. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holt. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Bernard shows the agility. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Patriots have it. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Holt. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Holt. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down. Holt. And a dump off to White. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. 3rd down here.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From the gun. Holt. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
There you go, 368. There you go, 368.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gone!
Operating from the gun. Holt. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! I got one. Barney! 46 to Mike, 46.
Back to throw. Holt. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And Dalton to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing on third and long. Holt over the middle. Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it's Michelle once again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Holt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a
to throw on second down. Holt. To Michelle on the dump off. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking to throw. Holt, and that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Dalton here from the gun. He's got a man complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
368.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now Jones. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Gone!
Off the play fake. Holt able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
From the gun, Holt. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Blue 90!
On first down, Holt goes underneath here to White. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
Back to throw. Holt. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Devin McCourty brings him down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
On 1st and 10, Holt, and Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Cincinnati, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me. Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up.